All right, everybody. Hi, it's David Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian, and today I want to talk about another instance of the New Testament authors changing the Old Testament Bible verse, and this has to do with the covenant. Okay, and I also want to talk about the Old Testament means covenant. Okay, it's the Old Covenant, and then the New Testament, it means new covenant. Okay, so I want to talk about the Old Testament, the Old Covenant, and how that was supposed to be an everlasting covenant. Okay, but first I want to read from Jeremiah 31 verse 32. Okay, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. Okay? Now, let's go to Hebrews 8 verse 9 and see how they twist this scripture here to fit their narrative. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not. Okay? So, here it says, okay, I took them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant, I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them. I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, and from there on, because they continued not my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. So there we have the New Testament writer totally destroying the end of that of the Old Testament scripture here of Jeremiah 31:32 to fit their narrative. That's deceptive. In a book where they tell you to be truthful and to not be a liar and to not be evil, but that's what they're doing here. And Hebrews is a book to the Hebrews, written by who knows who was written by. Some think Paul, but they don't know. But whoever wrote it, and Paul is another one that changes scripture too, but they're, because they continued not my covenant. Okay, that could be my covenant they break, but although I was a husband unto them, there's nothing here about I regarded them not. And now, like I said, New Testament means New Covenant. Old Testament, Old Covenant. So, okay, so that ain't going to work now. Okay. Now, there's 11 Bible verses here from the Old Covenant that are pretty much speaking about the covenant that it's going to last forever. Okay, Genesis 17:7. I will establish my covenant between me and you and your descendants after you throughout their generations for an everlasting covenant to be God to you and to your descendants after you. Now, I didn't look into this, but this is, I think, Abraham. Okay? Let's take Psalm. Okay, Jeremiah 32:40. I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good, and I will put the fear. Okay, let me go back. This hesitation, this irritates me. I hate that. I mean, I'm kind of tired, but who cares? Jeremiah 32:40. I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them, to do them good, and I will put the fear of the Lord in their hearts, so that they will not turn away from me. Okay? Now Psalm 89, 3 and 4, which has a number of, Psalm has a number of authors, but, you know, mostly David. And David right here is speaking about, this is what God says. Psalm, what is that? 89, 3 and 4. I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn to David my servant. I will establish your seed forever and build up your throne to all generations. Okay? First Kings 2:45. But King Solomon shall be blessed, and the throne of David shall be established before the Lord forever. Psalm 89, 28 and 29. My loving kindness I will keep for him forever, and my covenant shall be confirmed to him. So I will establish his descendants forever, and his throne as the days of heaven. Jeremiah 33:17. For thus saith the Lord, David shall never lack a man to sit on the throne of the house of Israel. Okay, so the covenant was started with Abraham. Okay, and then he reinstated. He pretty much said to David, "Yeah, we got a covenant here, and your descendants are going to be the ones to sit on the throne forever." But, you know, of course, whoever started Christianity made that into a new covenant, which, you know, the Jews, that's, you know, the Jews, it's said about the Jews that they're blind. Well, reading... Okay, and then reading Hebrews here, I don't know. I think the Christians are blind. But like I said before, and I'm going to say again, the majority of Christians sit in their churches and listen to their preacher, you know, blow smoke up their ass and spoon feed them. And the preacher has probably never read these passages. And if he did, you know, it probably, when you're conditioned, and you're conditioned over and over and over again, you can see the truth plain as the nose on your face and absolutely disregard it because your mind doesn't pick it up. You can read over it and go, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what Hebrews says. So, just wanted to make a short video about this, just proving once again how the Old Testament authors, the New Testament authors, twist and change Scripture to fit their narrative, which is, like I said, disingenuous. Right there, that's a red flag. But Christians if they're Christians that see this video, they're going to probably, you know, either comment or talk to their friends about it in church, about this guy that has this video and he's just lying and all that, because they just, you know, can't see it. Some don't want to see it. They see it, but, well, you know, you've got all them threats of what might happen if you turn from the faith. The worst of them is hell. And for apostates, there's a worse punishment. So, you know, I understand. But, even though I knew all that, I had that fear, but once you see the inconsistencies, once you see scripture that is changed, it's time to go, okay, I'm done with this crap. So that's it. I'm thinking of doing a video on, I saw where this priest apparently died and went to hell briefly, and then he came back and is telling people what he saw. I want to learn more about these near-death experiences. I think there's stuff that goes on in your mind, but however you're conditioned throughout life, at the end, we don't know really what happens. So I think a lot of that has to do with our past memories and the subconscious and all that. But I could be wrong, but yeah, I want to do something on that, so I'm going to, research that a little more. But that's all I got for today, and, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, don't subscribe, but I'm going to keep coming out with these videos, and thanks to those who have subscribed. I hope that, you're learning, and if you are a Christian, maybe you were a Christian and you realized, from me and from others that have been proving that this Bible really got a lot of problems, this religion has a lot of problems, that you've decided to come out of it. Good. You're not an evil person, okay? You're not a devil worshiper, so don't let those people try to manipulate you. But anyway, that's all I have for today, and until next time, I'm David Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian.